Hey everyone, I'm in Cambria, California, and I'm at the Stepladder Ranch. Behind me is Michelle, who's going to be giving me a tour and letting me try some of the cheeses that they sell at 24 different markets around the Central California coast. Hi Michelle, what can you tell us about the Stepladder Ranch here in Cambria?
Hi, so Stepladder Ranch and Creamery here in Cambria does all sorts of things. We're a family-owned farm, and we have about 40 acres of avocados and about 2 to 3 acres of rare and exotic fruits. We also raise our own herd of La Mancha goats and make our own cheese, and we buy cow's milk from Cal Poly to make all of our cheese in our plant. So just behind me is where all of our goats live, and just over in front of me over here is where they get milked, and also where all of our cheese is made.
So this was not planned, but one of the goats escaped, and I believe somebody's going to go after her. But these are the rest of, how many goats do you think we have in here, Michelle?
57.
57, and you know them by name?
All of them, yes.
Wow. Why don't you call one?
All right, Betty Lou, come here. She's right there. Well, she ran away. Goats get milked out twice a day, every day, and they're supplemented with a ton of different types of food. So they get their natural browse pastures, but California, there's a drought, so we take them on walks, and they get acorns, poison oak, bark, so forth. They also get alfalfa, oat hay, and grain. And the grain is basically an oatmeal with molasses in it. Cheesemaking 101. So we take our goat or cow's milk cheese and we put it inside our vat and pasteurizer, which is behind me. Basically, pasteurization, you want to heat it up to a certain temperature for a certain amount of time to kill any bacteria that's in there. And then you want to cool it down and add two things. You want to add culture and rennet. Culture allows each cheese to take its form. So if you're making a cheddar cheese, you want to add a cheddar culture. And the rennet is an acid which is going to separate the fats from the protein, so the whey from the curd. Once you've done that, you get like a custard-like consistency, and you want to cut it up with a cheese knife, and then you get your curd. Then you take your curd, you take it out, and you put it in a cheese mold and let the whey, which is basically the protein, drip out. Press it, put it in salt, and that's cheese. Stepladder Ranch and Creamery, we have about 40 acres of avocados. Most varieties are Hass. We're one of the most northern California avocado growers in the country. So we're actually able to have avocados like later in the season, which allows them to ripen longer and have more oil, making them super buttery and delicious.
So now for the fun part, the actual cheese tasting. So I have 4 different kinds of cheese. I believe I'm starting with the Stepladder Ragged Point. Is that right?
Correct.
So if I got this right, I'm going to cut into here. This is a brie, and it's very delicate.
So it's an ooey gooey brie.
Yes.
Lots of butter fat, so you can eat the rind, eat the center. It's going to be nice and delicate and fluffy. And this guy actually won 3rd place in American Cheese Society in 2018.
Okay, let's try it.
You probably got a nice peppery rind there.
Yeah, very creamy. I'm going to be going back to this one. Next, you want me to try the Moonstone, right?
Yes.
Can you explain that one?
Yeah, so our Moonstone is an Alpine cow's milk style cheese. In short, it's basically like a fancy Swiss cheese. So it's going to be nice and aged out and nice and nutty. We like to melt this one or shred this one like a Parmesan.
Yeah, I guess it looks like a Romano or a Parmesan.
Yeah, some nice age to it.
So this is cow, and the next one I'm going to be trying is goat and cow.
Yes. So the first one was 100% cow's milk. The second one's 100% cow's milk. And then we're going to try a 50-50 mixed milk blend. And then we'll end with the 100% chev or goat milk. So this one is our Cabrillo. Cabrillo is named after Highway 1, and it's a goat-cow blend, aged for about 4 or 5 months. So it has, like, once again, like this nice nutty characteristic to it. And this one is probably my favorite. I really like it with honey, like a sweet honey drizzle. It's that sweet and saltiness to it.
Okay, it's a little harder.
Definitely a little bit firmer. It's aged a little bit longer. The curd is cut a little smaller and pressed a little longer. Therefore, it makes it a little harder.
Feels more like a snack.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me about, how do you say that?
The chev. So chev is French for goat, and it's 100% goat cheese. This is just traditional goat cheese, soft, really similar to like a cream cheese style spread. And it's going to be a little bit more goaty as the season of breeding is starting to happen.
I would put this on top of eggplant or zucchini and sprinkle some olive oil on it and bake it.
Yep.
That's one thing I would use this for.
Sounds
so I'm going to finish it. Okay, you want to know my favorite?
Sure.
Okay, you probably know
The Cabrillo.
this one.
This one.
So, all right. Yeah, so I believe we're in Cambria, California, and you sell your cheeses at 24 different markets around the state, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can also buy our cheese online. We do nationwide shipping.
Okay, and you want to plug your website?
Stepladdercreamery.com, or if you want to see cute baby goat videos and photos, follow us at Stepladder Creamery on Instagram and Facebook.
Thank you. I'm going to finish this because it's one of the best cheeses I've ever had. This is the Rugged Point. So I just want to say thank you, everyone, and definitely look for this if you're ever in California or head to the website.